Hi guys, I'm ArchieLuxury and welcome to the ArchieLuxury channel. Today guys, I'm making this video for Rolex ADs, Rolex boutiques, Rolex Authorized Dealers, Authorized boutiques, Rolex dealers. So these are not pre-owned. I'm not talking about the grey market. This is the new market, the brand new Ridgy Dig. And I gotta tell you, I recently contacted my local Rolex dealer. 2 dealers in my town, Langford's and Hourglass. I wrote a letter to Hourglass. I'm desperately hoping to get my 50th birthday's coming up in October. I'd love to add a steel or a two-tone GMT to my small, humble collection. I've lived in Brisbane. I was born in Brisbane, lived in Brisbane most of my life. I spent a couple years in Thailand, but most of my life has been in Brisbane. I'm a Brisbane person, Brisbane shopper, Brisbane local, Brisbane guy. Guess what, guys? What do you think the chance of me getting a Rolex from the ADs? Let me give you the drum. 0. 0. Okay? 0. 0. Next to 0. I got a better chance of winning the lottery than I have of getting a Rolex Steel Sports at retail. Now guys, let me just tell you this. Let me tell you the situation. The whole shocking truth is that we've got scarcity marketing. Basically, huge demand, limited supply. So what's happening is that automatically there's no discounts on Rolex, and they're selling Rolex to people with extensive purchase history. Translate that. Let me translate that. That means you've bought other garbage you can't get out of. Okay, you've bought other garbage you can't recover your funds if necessary. Now, I gotta tell you, Rolex, you are a little bit behind the game. If you want to see the leader in this bullshit, you go to the French. Hermes, silent H, Hermes, the Birkin, the Kelly, the Constance. These are handbags that are made by Hermes, but never offered in the store. You have to be invited to buy this product. And you know, it's interesting. I went into Hermes the other day and I said, you know, my wife's birthday's coming up. I would love to buy a Kelly bag for her. And they had a display of bags on the wall. Oh, sir, these are reserve bags. Reserve, meaning they're for you to look at, drool over, fantasize over. And they said, sir, we're glad to We're happy. We really, as an SA sales advisor, we're really keen to make your dream bag come true. Dream bag. We would like to assist you with your Hermes journey. It's now, instead of a buying process, it's a journey. And I gotta tell you, my good friend Plastic, I mean, he's a bit rough. I would never sell him jack shit. I'd basically get him to mow my lawn. I wouldn't actually I wouldn't sell him anything. He's just hard to deal with. But he rang up Hourglass and he said, look, I want to get a Steel Sports Rolex. I want to get a Steel Sports Rolex. I was offered an Explorer 2 a number of years ago, but I didn't have the means at the time. I want to get a Steel Sports. And they said, we would love to help you on your Rolex journey. And they suggested, look, let's start your journey, sir, with a Tudor. Now, I've got to tell you something. It's the same as Hermes. Hermes, we talked about dream bags. We said what our fantasy in the bags were. In my wife's case, 25 or 28 Kelly. Plastic spoke to the Rolex AD, Steel Sports Rolex, Steel Sports Rolex. And then, let's start your journey. They tried to sell me a $500 coin purse. And that's similar to Plastic. They tried to get him to buy a Tudor Black Bay. And the problem is, what the problem I see is, if you say to them, excuse me, how many, I don't mind the journey, I like this journey. How many items do I need to buy? How much do I need to spend before the dream bag fantasy or the Rolex dream can come true? And they say, sir, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. So it's a journey. I thought it was sales. It's now become a journey where the fortunate few are offered merchandise at full retail. What a great journey! And what I want to say to the Rolex ADs is, you wonder why customers are assholes. You wonder why customers come in and say, can you get me Steel Sports? Can you get me any Steel Sports? Any Steel Sports? The reason is, you treat the fucking customers like shit! You treat the customers like fucking shit! You treat the customers like fucking shit! You don't set clear boundaries. You don't say, right, you spend 30,000, 20,000, 50,000, you will qualify to get this class of watch. You say nothing. You say nothing. You don't say anything. You lead these pricks on. It's like dating a girl. She's going to take her top off. She's going to take her shirt off, take her bra off, next date never comes, you know? It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. Rolex dealers treat their customers like shit. On the surface, they're also nice. Yes, sir. We want to make your dream fantasies come true. We want to help you on your journey. We're here to assist you. You know what? You pack of fucking bastards are out there to maximize you're there to maximize how much you can screw out of your customer. That's the only fucking thing you care about, is screwing, extracting as much money possible out of the customer. So if you're and this is the whole thing, you don't set clear boundaries. You know, if I want to buy a coffee, they give me a loyalty card. I'm just trying to see if I have it with me. Basically, if I go to the supermarket, flybys. I scan it and it tallies up the points. And after I've spent so much, I get a free steak knife, right? With the dealers, there's no such luxury, even though the items are considerably more expensive. That doesn't really qualify. It doesn't qualify. And this is the whole thing, guys. You guys wonder why customers are nasty, angry, upset, and you continue. I mean, even Woolworths has the rewards card. Scan it, and you know exactly how many rewards I got to get the free steak knife. Whereas at the dealer, sir, everybody's journey is different. What a fucking load of shit! You want to screw the customer for as much as you can. You want to get maximum retail spend out of your punter. That's what you want to do. You want the maximum. And this is where it makes it so wrong. Instead of being fair, having IKEA's got a loyalty card. Even the cinema has a movie points card. But no, it's a journey. We're in the luxury market. And you've got to be loyal, because if you go to another AD, guess what? It's a new journey begins. And I gotta tell you, Rolex dealers, boutiques have absolute fucking contempt for you as the consumer. I mean, it's a bad business arrangement. You basically beg to buy product. You're begging to buy product. You're begging to buy product at retail. And I've got to tell you, it's fucking demeaning. It's horrible. And this is the whole reason the grey market flourishes. For people who can't be fucked doing journeys and being nice to sales assistants, bringing sweets, donuts and chocolates in for their sales assistant, because it's a journey. Let's go on this journey together. You don't ever set clear boundaries. What do I need to spend to get this? So I think you guys need to tell customers up front, if you want a Steel Sport Submariner, you need to spend about 50,000, 60,000. Tell the punters the truth. Have a loyalty type card so people know how much more they got to spend to get that class of watch. Simple. Instead, you treat the customer with absolute contempt. You try and milk this poor fucker for everything you can get. Load him up with tutors, IWC, JLC, tag. You load him up with fucking shit. That's what you do. You want to load this poor bastard up with fucking shit. That's what you want to do. And I gotta be honest with you. You dealers, you Rolex ADs are a bunch of fucking assholes. Bunch of fucking assholes. You lead people on. I mean, is it nice you got a working, lower middle class, working class guy, okay, Daryl the plumber. You know, he's done a few cash jobs. He's self-employed. He's on his third wife. He does a few cashies, works the back, and he can finally afford a nice watch. Well, you ain't going to sell him a Rolex. You're going to load him up with a fucking Tudor, a fucking IWC, a fucking Pam, and then you're going to offer this fucker a 36 mil fucking Datejust. Fucking bullshit. And that's the way it is. I mean, how can you fuckers sleep at night when you try? Just be honest with the customer and say, look, you're gonna have to spend this to get this. I'm sorry, this is the fucking rules. Just be honest. If you know where it is, but you lead them on. You lead them on. These guys desperately, I'll get a Tudor, I'll get an IWC. Oh, fuck me dead. How much money do you think these lower working class, lower middle class saps have? And I gotta be honest with you. I've gotta be totally honest with you. The Rolex AD, the Rolex boutique, they treat customers like fucking shit. That's what they do. They treat customers like fucking shit. And I gotta be totally honest with you. If you think the journey, you know, there are customers who do get a walk in, ask for a Steel Sports and walk. Yes, it does happen. Just like there are lotto winners. The odds are about the same. It does happen. Yes, this magical unicorn does happen. This is what we all hope for. Unfortunately, you can't count on it, and it's fantasy, just like buying a lotto ticket. Don't quit your day job until you've won the lotto. I gotta be honest with you, Rolex dealers, they're always customers. You got any Steel Sports? Got any? They get sick of it. But that's because they treat customers like fucking shit. What do they fucking expect? What do these ADs fucking expect when they treat customers like fucking shit? Fucking shit. That's what Rolex ADs and boutiques treat customers like. Fucking garbage. I'm really sorry. They'll put you on a wait list. The delusional fantasy of a wait list. You know what, guys? Tomorrow, the phone call never comes. It's like Hollywood. Don't call us, we'll call you. It's pure fantasy. It's fantasy. Pure fantasy. That's what it is. It's fantasy. Pure fantasy. Fantasy. It's fantasy. It's all fantasy. I'm sorry, guys. I've destroyed your journey. These are ruthless businessmen who want to sell fucking product. That's what it's all about. It's not about you getting the watches of your dreams. These fantasies are a underhanded sales technique to screw as much money out of you as possible, to buy watches you don't fucking want in order to get an offer of getting a Rolex at retail. Guys, it is fucking awful. Fucking awful. And I gotta say, as a long-term collector, it hurts. It tears my heart out. It tears my heart out. I had a working class guy came to me the other day. Hey, Arch, I got $5,000. What do you recommend? There's no way in hell he can get a man-sized Rolex. It's just not going to happen. And, you know, he's worked hard. He's done a few cashies. It's really sad. It's sad. And I think the biggest thing is that annoys me is it's the delusion they lead a lot of people on. They're not honest and say, you need to spend X to get this. If you spend less, there's no way in hell you would get that. They They lead people on. That's what I dislike so much. And what I dislike is there's people who really can't afford this hobby. They're stretching themselves, and the AD, they're just laughing behind their back. We'll put this guy a Tudor, an IWC. He's not worthy of Rolex. He'll never get a fucking Steel Sports Rolex. And that's the reality. A lot of people will not get the dream Steel Sports of their dreams. It just, honestly, guys, be aware of the numbers, the statistics. You get dishonest fuckers. I had Diego, I had Mr. 432 on my show. Yeah, he got a Rolex. Yeah, they did. So some people do get Rolex at retail. Yes, yes. It happened in the past. The stakes have changed. It's a different ball game now. And I gotta tell you guys, seriously, it ain't ever going back. The Rolex AD, he laughs at you. He thinks you're a fucking schmuck. Guys, if you're a Rolex AD and you're watching this, tell me I'm wrong. There are many things you could do to help serious collectors in your fucking community, but you don't give a fucking shit. All you care about is extracting as much money as possible out of the desperate newbie punter. Guys, I'm disgusted by you Rolex dealers. You Rolex AD should be ashamed of yourself. I fucking loathe your business practices. I'm ArchieLuxury. Tell me what you think. Comments down below. Like, subscribe. Tell your fuckhead friends. And I will see you in the next fucking one. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US. Look down in the description. $50 US. I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon. Look down below, and I will see you in the next one.